Okay, so here we are in the back end of the site. The last video, I believe I showed you how to insert a video. Um, so if we go to our site, visit site, and maybe go to services, let's edit this page. Let's pretend that this is our portfolio page. So we have kind of text over here kind of talking about the image here, which there's no image here, but pretend there is. Actually, I think that there technically is. It's just hard to see. And then there's an image to the left with text on the right, image to the right, text on the left. And so let's edit with Elementor. And let's say we just want to add to this. This is our portfolio page. Potentially, let's just pretend. So we can actually add another section by clicking here. Maybe since this is 2 columns, I'm just going to mimic that. I'm going to put, this is basically a headline with text, so I'm going to go in here, add my heading on this side, because I'm kind of staggering things. Go back in, add in a text editor here underneath the headline, and then go back in here and add an image on the left. So basically I've kind of created this. These have buttons here, you know, I don't really know if those actually would need to be there. Probably would end up deleting these. Which we can actually do a control click on a Mac and just delete if we don't want those. Or right click on a PC and then just push delete to get rid of these buttons if you don't need them on your portfolio page with the different work that you do. So I'm just going to add in my image here. I actually already uploaded this into my media library. Let's just pretend this is what I want to use. And so maybe I'll add in a caption. Actually, no, I won't. I'm just going to insert it. So that's looking good. So this is automatically not showing any of the capitalization that I've actually put in here. So if we go into, I believe, style under typography, we can change the transform to normal, and that will create, you know, how I actually typed it. It'll add in those capitals that I actually typed in with my keyboard. So you may end up having to go into the style on your headlines and change, under typography, change the transform to normal. There's other options in here, you know, letter spacing. You know, you can mess with some of this stuff if you want. You can change the color here, add a text shadow, that kind of thing. Advanced is always where you'll find the margin and padding, which can be very helpful. So let's say I want a little bit more white space above my headline. I can do that. Just make sure you unlink these values so that they don't all stay the same. So maybe I want more white space on the top. I can just add, you know, like 10 pixels, a space, and it'll add a little bit of space to the top there. Just if you know, ever need to adjust the margin or padding, just remember it's usually under the advanced area. You can add in motion effects too. You know, fading, fade in, that kind of thing if you want to. I don't think I will do that, but okay, so that's kind of how you would create, you know, potentially an area for some of your work. Another thing we could do, so let's add in another section and go to 1 column, and we'll go to this little grid area where all the elements are. So Pro has the portfolio or the gallery, which is kind of a bummer because we have to pay for that, but there's also some other options. They have a basic gallery here that we can use. They have an image carousel, so I'll start with the image carousel. So let's say we want this. We'll just click and drag that into that new section that we made. So here it is. It's empty right now, but so this is where we add in the images for the carousel. So we just click on this. Let's say I want to add this one in. Let's add a caption or description. I think I might just do caption. You know, whatever description you might want to put in there describing your project. You know, you could potentially put that here in the caption. I'm just putting in some kind of filler text, really. Maybe I want to actually make this make a little bit more sense. I'm not sure if we're going to bring the title in, but okay, so let's do that to this one too. Let's just pretend this is another piece of my work that I'm bringing in. And then a caption. Something something about the piece that you think would be interesting potentially in the caption area. This one. Okay, and then we can create a new gallery from these three things. We have them, all three are checked, so I'm going to bring in these three images into my gallery. And we added captions to them all. I did go ahead and add a decent title to them, so pretend that these are three of my works that I'm bringing into my gallery, or into my, actually it's more of a slideshow. So insert. And so here we go. It automatically goes to the thumbnail size, which actually looks pretty good most of the time. You can change them though. You can change it to be medium, which is 300 pixel by 300 pixel, large, full. So you have options here. Slides to show, I believe, are 3 at a time, which is the default. It might be more than that, but you can change the slides to show here. Slides to scroll. Which is how many slides scrolled per swipe. If you want to stretch your images, you can change the navigation, which is right here. Right now it's on, you know, there's arrows and then dots, but you can change them to just be arrows or dots or none. I think it'd be confusing to have it on none, so probably just keep it on the default. You can make these link to the media files if you want. So if you click on them, you know, they'll go up into a bigger size, into the full size that they were brought in, basically, which might not be a bad deal. Just a second. Right, sorry, I got off of there. I just had to click on the little edit image carousel to get back to where I was. So there's additional options down here. We can do autoplay. You can also just say no. Whatever you like, I guess. You know, you can change this. You can change the animation speed. You can change the direction that they are traveling. Right now they're going to the left. I could make them go to the right if I wanted to. I don't know if I really like the autoplay option, but it's up to you to decide what you want. You know, you can go into the style. You can change the navigation. So right now it's inside, but you can make it, you know, outside potentially. So you can change that, the dots, let's see. Oh, so if you change the dot position to inside, it moves there. I don't think that looks good. Oh, this was for the arrows. So inside, outside, just kind of depends on, it just moves them a little bit. There's not much to it. And then if you need more margin on the top, maybe, you know, maybe I want more white space. I can always add another margin, which just creates more space on the top there. So yeah, you can look through here if you want to add anything else. But and then one thing, we can actually add the caption here if we wanted to. You know, it'll add in what I wrote in the caption area of the media library if you want to do that. We could also just have the title come in, which might be a little cleaner looking. And then if we click on this, let's see. Oops. So that might be an option for you. You know, you might want to bring in one of these things to show. So just wanted to show you this is something you could use for some of your work. Somewhere on your works page, you could use this image carousel. Just remember to push update though to save everything. And then next up, I will show you how to show you some other options potentially that you could use on your portfolio page or your works page. Okay, so let's add in another section by clicking on the plus. Click here, and let's go into this little grid. We'll scroll down and we'll go to basic gallery, so we can kind of drag that into our section here. Pretty much a lot like the slideshow. Click here. So maybe I'll want to bring in, you know, these items into my gallery. I can do that by clicking on all of them. We can add captions into each, you know, individually. I already have, you know, some captions on obviously these three from before. So let's just pretend like I did that on these other ones that I'm going to be bringing in. Create a new gallery, insert gallery, and here you can see this gallery that was added. If we want to edit the images, we can just click on this little thing. Maybe I want to take this one off. Insert gallery once again, and that makes it look a little bit cleaner. So, you know, we can change the number of columns. Right now it's at 4, maybe we want 3. We can make the link to the media file. Lightbox, order by, you know, you can order them differently, I guess, if you want. Go into style, we can change the spacing, we can make it custom, so maybe we want these further spaced apart. This is something you can experiment with. You can change the border on things. We don't have one right now, but you know, you could add a border if you want. Caption, you can show it or you can hide it. Either way. If you show, you can change the, you know, text color, alignment, even the typography if you wish. Under advanced, this is just where we would get, you know, margin padding, motion effects, that kind of thing. So let's say I want to add in a couple more things. Maybe I want to bring these in. You could just add to gallery here, insert gallery, and then we'll have additional images that we brought in. Pretty basic. This might be a way that you might want to, you know, if we click on these, you can see a bigger version of it. You could do this with your portfolio work if you want. It's kind of up to you how you want to do it. Maybe you want some of them in here. Maybe your less important things you might put in here. And then maybe your really stuff that you're super proud of, have it more prominent on the page in this kind of way, with the image here and then text off to the right potentially. And then, you know, you can have your image actually link to the media file. So when you click on it, it opens up bigger. Technically, you'd want it to be probably bigger when you click on it. This file is not that big, so when I click on it, it's not very large, but it's an option for you to make it link to the media file. So those are some ways that you can do your portfolio. You know, another not a bad way to do it is to go into this icon here, and you can look up pages from free sites and maybe just look around and see if there's anything you kind of want to steal from a different site. Maybe they might have a section that you like that you kind of want to emulate. Like maybe you like pieces, like maybe you like this, so you could grab this if you wanted to. I think if you go into blocks as well, there's some blocks in here that you can use. So maybe you want to use a slideshow, which you could easily make yourself, but this is called portfolio, so maybe you might want to bring this in. Import block, And I believe that'll bring it into our page.